Last night a man came to my cell. He wore a hood, I didn't see his face. He gave me a choice. He said I could waste away in myself the rest of my days or contribute to something greater than myself. It was an easy choice. I didn't even ask him what the mission was. After what I've done, the only way I was getting out of that cell was in a body bag. I've been given a second chance here, a fresh start. No credits, no rank. Just me and a sidewinder, like the good old days, before the whole galaxy went to shit.
Incoming message.
Commander Vulcan Sol, it is time for you to fulfill your end of the bargain. As you no doubt have heard by now, non-human entities have returned to the galaxy. Their intentions are as of yet unknown. We need information. Your orders are to equip your ship with the specified scanning hardware and get us that information. You are our bait, Commander. Sending through the hardware specifications now. Good luck, and may the gods have mercy on your soul.
Shit. What up, Commanders? I'm the Roleplay Gamer, and I like to party. Welcome back to Elite Dangerous. So of course it's been like 3-4 weeks since my last video. I do apologize for that. Honestly, it's just been difficult to motivate myself to play the game, and that's not a good sign. That is a sign that you need to take a break. So that's what I did. And like many of you, I'm sure I have gotten back into it solely because of the whole alien encounter thing. That's really cool. I honestly did not expect Thargoids, and it seems pretty clear that particular encounter, that particular ship, are the Thargoids. Is it Thargoids? One of those two. Not that I know a whole lot, but, you know, looking at what the ships look like back in the day, I think it's pretty clear that those are the Thargoids. And I did not expect those guys to show up so soon. Honestly, with all this barnacle, unknown artifact, crash site, alien ruins nonsense, I didn't pay attention to any of it because I thought it was boring, and quite honestly, I thought it was going to be like another 2-3 years until we actually saw any aliens, but they're showing up now. It's happening right now, guys. Holy shit. And that encounter. Yeah, it's just a scripted event, sure. It's basically a glorified cutscene. But the atmosphere. Holy shit. First time I watched it, I got chills. And let me tell you guys, you know, spoiler alert for the end of the video, when I saw it myself, even though I'd watched it like 5-6 times prior to actually seeing it firsthand, I still got chills firsthand. My heart was pumping. Very rarely does that happen in a game, you know? So kudos to whoever put that together. It was an incredible little set piece. So I've set out in search of aliens, and I've actually reset my save. I've got a whole new fresh save here. We have wiped. I know it's a bold move, but let me tell you right now, guys, I do not regret it one bit. Sure, it was nice to have a little bit of freedom for impulse purchases and whatnot and be able to A-rate things just straight off the bat, but I only had 50 million. It's not a huge amount, you know, I'm not going to buy any anacondas with it, for example. And in all honesty, I'm not really sure I'm a big ship kind of guy. I like some of the options and the freedom that they provide, but I'm not really into flying them. They're too big and bulky. I like to be fast. And I like limitations, you know? It adds to the roleplay aspect of it. It's nice to get a new ship and not be able to A-rate it straight off the bat. So you have to make compromises. You have to think strategically. It's a lot of fun. So our new commander is called Vulcan Sol. Yes, possibly the cheesiest sci-fi name that ever there was. I had sort of like a cyberpunk vibe in mind, you know. I got the purple lasers, I got the purple HUD. That's what we're all about. I love my cyberpunk synthwave aesthetic. Oh, baby. So Vulcan Sol, in my mind, is a mix between Mad Max and Riddick, you know, in Elite Dangerous. He's kind of a gruff badass, but also a little bit cheesy at times, as Riddick tends to be with the sort of awkward one-liners. Or back of the bus and shit, you know? But he's a legitimate badass when you push him, you know? So I'm thinking he's absolutely an ex-pirate. He might straight up be... I'm not sure I want to make him like a serial killer or something like that, but an assassin for sure, a hitman is something that he could do. So I don't want him to be completely irredeemable, but he's definitely done some bad shit, and you might never find out the exact details of what he's done, but just know that he's a dangerous character, and he was locked away for life, and they've pulled him out of his cell, like death sentence, pretty much, to dangle him out as bait so that he can drag up this information on the aliens. That's his mission. Has he completed it? Well, let's find out. So cruising around the galaxy in my Sidewinder has been a lot of fun, but slightly frustrating to begin with, because the new player experience is a little bit hit and miss when you do the horizon start. And I'm not saying it's like this for everyone, but this is what happened to me. You know, it makes you do that whole go to Dahan thing, or however you pronounce that system, and do like the tutorial fetch quest, which I'm not sure what the point of that is, but they make you do it. And then you're sort of stuck because you've got a very limited jump range. So it's literally like 4 or 5 systems that you have access to. And you better hope that there are some missions there that will get you money so that you can actually leave those systems. I picked up all these courier missions because I figured I can do them real quick. I can stack them, and it's going to be, you know, a little bit of quick money. And I don't need a lot of cargo space for them. But they were all outside this like initial 5 system cluster that I couldn't get out of. So that was kind of obnoxious. I ended up just turning to a nav beacon and basically baiting some expert like pythons and shit. I can't remember exactly. I got a footage of it. It'll be up there. But I can't remember exactly what I was fighting. But yeah, it was some fairly high level, high rank stuff. And I just like waited for the system security to pick a fight, and they just got in and basically stole the bounty. And within like 30 minutes, probably even less, I had more than enough for my A-rated frameshift drive, which could get me all the way to Maya and that whole area so I can start looking for the aliens. So at this point, I had loaded up with a fuel scoop, I had my A-rated frameshift drive, and I got a wake scanner because I wanted to scan the wake of that alien ship once I found it. I did my research, I found out which systems were being affected by this encounter, and where to find those alien crash sites so I could get some unknown artifacts if need be. So before going to the alien crash sites, I wanted to see if I could trigger the encounter without an unknown artifact, because I've heard people have done so. I flew around for maybe 4 hours, I'd guess, and nothing. I went all around Maya to all the systems with the crash sites without going to the sites, and I went to the first system where the encounter took place, the guy on Xbox who reported it and blew this whole thing up. So like I said, nothing. So then I decided, alright, it's time to get an unknown artifact. I wasn't really crazy about digging one up because I was under the impression that there was RNG involved, but that doesn't seem to be the case. You can just straight up go and pick one up, and it's like a guaranteed thing as far as I can tell. So that's pretty cool. But of course I couldn't find the crash sites without a discovery scanner, so I had to go and find the closest station that sold a basic discovery scanner, which is all I could afford at the time. I had, I think it was around 150,000 credits, which is, you know, it's fairly useless. So I ended up going to Botago, which is just a planet base sort of in the middle of nowhere. It's kind of halfway between Maya and the bubble. I was surprised to see that there were actually bases out there, so that wasn't too bad. I didn't have to travel too far, and I was able to get a discovery scanner. Then the next issue, don't have enough space on my Sidewinder. I can't get rid of the fuel scoop. I just can't, because otherwise I'll be stranded. You know, I haven't got that much fuel space. I couldn't get rid of my only cargo rack, my 2-ton cargo rack, because I needed a means to carry the unknown artifact. So the only space left were the shields. So I had to get rid of the shields and put in a discovery scanner. Don't worry, nothing went awry. I only got interdicted once and I was able to escape. It was just NPC interdiction. As a little side note here, I have vowed to only play in open with this new character. So, you know, we might see some shit as a result. So long story short, I scurry on down to the crash site, and that in and of itself was quite an experience. I'm not a fan of exploration, I found. I'm not going to try it again. Because I ended up just getting stranded out there, in the sense that I get bored and then my ship's out there for weeks while I don't play. No more exploration for me, but this sort of exploration, actually looking for something specific, holy shit, that was fun. I've never had, from this point forward, looking for the crash site and getting the encounter, I've never had more fun in Elite Dangerous. It was incredible. So going down to the planet surface, you know, I did my research. I knew where the crash was, where the crash site was. I knew the coordinates. So, you know, it wasn't, there was no tedium involved of me just like scouring the planet for hours, which would have been a requirement had I not known the coordinates. But, you know, just trying to find the coordinates because they do show you on the HUD. So, you know, looking for which direction is it and then heading towards that direction and then going, holy shit, yeah, I can see where it might be just over that ridge, and then going over the ridge and it's there. I found it, guys. This is happening. This is real. I've actually done something. It was kind of exhilarating. So I touched down, I got out my SRV and I checked out the crash site. Holy shit. The creepy music, the bloop, 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 you know, the ticking sounds, that standard alien sort of signal stuff. Unfortunately, the sound and the recording didn't work because it's just my luck. But it was a fantastic sight nonetheless. And I pick up the unknown artifact. It starts eating through my systems, you know, as you do, because I didn't have the corrosion-resistant cargo rack or whatever it's called. And guys, look, I know people are ranting and raving on Reddit saying, you know, unknown artifact does not guarantee that you'll get the encounter. Okay, I recognize that because there are people who reckon they've gone like 100 plus jumps with an unknown artifact in their cargo hold and they haven't gotten the alien encounter. But all I can tell you is my experience, and that's I went 4 hours plus looking for it without the unknown artifact and I got nothing. Less than 10 jumps, I swear to you, less than 10 jumps after scooping up the unknown artifact, and I got the encounter. I was not expecting it. I was looking away from my screen. Luckily, I was still recording from picking up the unknown artifact, and oh, sweet Jesus, guys. Like I said, chills, heart thumping. Even though I'd seen it like 4 times before on YouTube, I knew exactly what to expect. It's just a scripted event. For just seeing it for myself, it was incredible. You know, if you're familiar with my videos, you know I will call Elite Dangerous out on its shit. I am not one of the fanboys who forgive it all its nonsense. This is the first time the game has made me feel this way, you know? And I really enjoyed it, you know, for the first 50 hours, right? I actually put up a really favorable review back in the day when it first came out. But holy shit, this is incredible. This is the most fun I've had in the game. So there you go, guys. New character, Vulcan Sol, busted out of prison by an unknown organization. Let's not forget, we have no idea who let him out of his cell and who gave him this mission. But he's been let out. And in 2 days, my friends, he's completed his mission. In a Sidewinder, he flew out to Maya and he found those aliens. He scanned those aliens and he came back alive. He came back to tell the tale and he came back with an unknown artifact still in his cargo hold. Incredible. What a hero. What a goddamn American hero. He's Australian though. Because I am. And I wanted to make him sound like Mad Max a little bit. So let me know in the comments, guys, what are your thoughts on the whole alien encounter thing? Beyond the fact that, yes, it's just a scripted event and you can't interact with it, and that's potentially shitty in and of itself, where do you see it going forward from here? I believe Frontier have said that whether we go to war with the Thargoids is up to the player base, so that means we're going to war with the Thargoids. Look, wouldn't that be cool? If I have anything to say about it, we're going to shoot these motherfuckers out of the sky, because that'd be so cool. Humans against everything else. Oh, yes. So what do you think? Where do you think it's going? Do you think it's really cool? Is this going to get you back into the game if you weren't continuously playing? Anyway, let me know in the comments below, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to gently caress that like button. It needs love like everything does. Taste the game, be excellent to each other, and I'll see you out in the galaxy, out in the black. Roleplay Gamer, out.